Oh my god! Look at this! Look at the jets, F-35, F-22 jets, tanks! Look at the destruction! Oh my god, Battlefield 6, the new Battlefield, is being revealed. And we're going to take a look at it right now. And obviously we're going to react. But first, before we do, please like, subscribe, click the bell icon. If you love gaming in general, then your like really helps. Even if you don't want to like, dislike, anything helps. All engagement. But yeah, let's get into the trailer. Let's react to the new Battlefield. Is it everything we want it to be? Obviously, it's been a while since we've had a Battlefield game, at least 4 or 5 years. So I'm excited to get back into the Battlefield universe because Call of Duty it's not been smooth sailing with Call of Duty lately, and it's good to have somebody else to take the fight to them. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Obviously, check the links down below in the video description for some really cool tech deals. Switch 2 stuff, tech stuff, PS5, Nintendo Steam Deck, PC gaming stuff, all the best deals down below. But without further ado, let's get into the trailer and let's react to it, right?
Fellow citizens, my fellow.
It would help if I actually started the trailer, wouldn't it? Oops, my bad. So here we go. So let's react to it, and we'll talk about the community's feedback afterwards as well. Okay. President, get ready for our speech.
We'll prevail.
We will prevail. What's going on here? Look at the destruction.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armata mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
Let's get to work.
Oh, I love the aerial combat on Battlefield. Oh yeah. Love it so much. Tanks are back, running through the trenches.
Decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Hopefully dynamic weather. Send it. Hopefully that's a reference to them just sending it in terms of this being the best new Battlefield game. No more screw-ups for Battlefield and DICE. They're throwing everything they have at this game. We're going to be fighting in New York. Oh my god, it's a bridge in New York. I'm not sure what it's called, but I've seen that actor before. Parachuting down. Oh my god. Destruction is back. Woo, Battlefield 6, baby. Multiplayer reveal July 31st. Oh my god, we're in like 5 days from now. Maybe we should do a live stream. Let me know in the comments if we should live stream it. Includes optional. Oh god. Includes optional purchases, in-game purchases. Alright, let's get into this. Let's unpack this and let's talk about what the community has to say about this game, about the reveal trailer. Is Battlefield finally back? No more screw-ups, no more weirdness, no more half-baked game launches with a couple, like, way less weapons than the previous game. Hopefully no questionable design choices. You know what I'm talking about. They just are not accurate in the real world, in real combat. And dare I say this, hopefully we're not running around as Homer Simpson with an AK-47 in a couple of months after release as a paid DLC Battle Pass edition or skin pack. I hope they don't go that route with Call of Duty did. And the elephant in the room, I hope and I pray they bring a Battle Royale mode to Battlefield. It's been missing off the last game. It's obviously very popular. Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone. Do I need to go on? A list of... It's a game mode that I think needs to be in, right? There needs to be the multiplayer component. Battle Royale can't replace multiplayer. There has to be both, right? Battle Royale, elimination, and obviously multiplayer. Big multiplayer battles, smaller battles, game modes, conquest, etc. That all needs to be in. But there needs to be a Battle Royale, because I think that elimination gameplay is just taking the world by storm. I frankly enjoy it myself as well. Last man standing. I mean, who doesn't want to be last man standing in a game, right? I hope they bring back dynamic weather, day and night combat, so fighting in the day, and then maybe one time, you know, in a different game you're launching into night mode, you've got to wear night vision goggles. I hope there's a big roster of weapons, vehicles, aircraft right from the get-go. And again, back to Battle Royale. I know, I'm sorry I keep going on about it. There's a lot of people on that love Battlefield that are not fans of Battle Royale. I understand that, but I think to really make this appeal to everyone, I think they should. I don't think it should be too hard to implement a Battle Royale mode into Battlefield. Just keep the winning formula that other games have, like Call of Duty Warzone, obviously. Just add a really good map, weapon loot on the ground, crates that you can open, you know, and just, you know, loadout crates to where you can bring your custom loadouts from multiplayer maybe into the Battle Royale. I think that'd be really awesome too. Just have everything be interconnected and also have a lot of great ground loot. Look at games like PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and obviously Warzone. Maybe not so much Fortnite, but why not? If there's some good aspects to Fortnite that you could fit into a Battlefield setting, then go for that as well. I think obviously they're going after that Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 vibe, which I think is great. I think that's where Battlefield really shines. I'm not a massive fan of futuristic warfare. 2042 was pretty good, believe it or not, back in the day. The original one, not the last one. 2142 was the last one, or was it 2042? There was 2142. 2142, I think, was the original Battlefield futuristic game, and I actually kind of enjoyed that. That was pretty good, but the last game, not a fan of it. I think we need to stay grounded, stay in reality, you know, use modern weapons, have it feel familiar. Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and obviously the old Battlefield 2 was the peak Battlefield for me, and it obviously used current generation sort of technology, warfare stuff, techniques. The trailers garnered over 5 million views already, which is absolutely nuts, guys. So obviously there's a big market. Obviously there's been a lot of hype building up for Battlefield. I don't know if they're going to switch to yearly or 2 yearly releases again. Obviously it's been several years now since we saw the last Battlefield game, so I'm hoping that they focus on quality and quantity, both. Yes, quantity, more weapons, more guns, more vehicles from the get-go, than releasing a half-baked game with a couple of weapons, you know, and just lacking in a lot of different ways. That's, I feel like, what they've been going for before. And they've been appeasing a lot of different smaller niche audiences as well, as opposed to what the main Battlefield community wants. I hope they're really going to focus on what the community wants and not what they think the community wants in terms of certain small communities and really pandering to certain communities instead of just making a really awesome game. And obviously what we saw in the trailer is something called the Pax Armata. It's a private military corporation. It's a brand new narrative, kind of. Obviously, as opposed to nation-based conflicts, so like America versus Russia, you know, the same old Call of Duty spiel, or terrorism. It's basically, you know, a private military organization which is obviously taking on a lot of these nations. In the US, it seems like, is positioned to basically take them on and fight them. So obviously it's going to be a completely different storyline to what we've seen before. I think that's really good. And it seems like they're really bringing back the core gameplay mechanics. Destruction is going to be important again, like classic Battlefield games. I feel like Destruction has been getting pared back ever since Bad Company 2. I think Bad Company 2 was like the peak of Destruction, and I feel like they've scaled that back a lot in a lot of different ways, and more went for like cinematic buildings collapsing. I forgot what they called that again. There was a specific term for it where like a skyscraper fell down and it changed the landscape. I hope they just bring back a ton of destruction, you know, just destruct. Like when I shoot a wall, I want chunks of concrete and, you know, bits of the wall getting blown off the building, right? And I want to be able to, you know, drill in through a building. Let's say there's an enemy behind the wall, behind a window frame. I want to be able to just take an RPG and just blast that wall out and just infiltrate that building from a different angle, maybe, and maybe come up behind the enemy, and, you know, just little dynamic things like that, you know, that instead of just having physical buildings that you just can't bust through, right? It's Battlefield. It's all meant to be, it's meant to be big, destructive, amazing. And I feel like that magic from the original Battlefields has just been, it's just been lost in the last couple of games. I think a lot of the community's been really saying, you know, this is DICE's last chance as far as Battlefield games go. You know, it's been failure after failure with them, less features than the previous games. It's been going backwards. Battlefield's been going backwards, and I think that's reflected in a lot of their sales and stuff like that, because people are not putting up with it. We want to have Battlefield back again to being where it is, up next to Call of Duty as the alternative. And we saw some funny comments in the comments where somebody says the trailer was very realistic, with the way that medics ignored the wounded guy was the most realistic part. So I asked Grok what people had to say and what the main, general sentiment is, and Grok basically says, obviously, they want to see return to the classic gameplay. I think that's good. Enhanced destruction, so environmental destruction, collapsing buildings, blowing through walls. They want that to be a core gameplay feature for tactical advantages. Desire for levolution events as well, dynamic map changes, massive destructible environments, enhanced immersion, single-player, multiplayer modes. I think that's one of the things that's been obviously highlighted in the trailer. This is not going to be a multiplayer-only game. It's going to have a solid single-player campaign again, which is good. I think a lot of games are relying so much on live services now, and stepping away from single-player experiences. But it seems like they're bringing both to this game, which I think is a massive win for all of us. Obviously, we want to see returns of game modes like Rush, alongside new returning multiplayer modes with a focus on squad-based combat. There's obviously interest in a free-to-play battle royale mode, which some are skeptical about, which I don't blame them. Obviously, EA's ambitions are to rival Call of Duty Warzone. I think that's where the money is, and I would not mind if they, added a free-to-play component to this game. I think the way Call of Duty has it, I don't want to give Call of Duty too much credit. I think the way they've done it so far with the free-to-play component in Warzone and then the multiplayer and the campaign being locked obviously behind the physical game that you buy, I think that's a winning formula right now, and I think Battlefield shouldn't try and veer off and do their own thing too much. They've been doing that too many times. They've tried not to copy Call of Duty in a lot of different games, and it's not worked out too well. They need to find a formula that works, and I think Call of Duty's formula works, as long as they don't, go too far, right? And stray too far from what made Battlefield great. We want to see, obviously, smooth performance, minimal input lag, high-level server customization. They want a polished launch with no major bugs, unlike 2042. God, don't remind me about Battlefield 2042. That game was bucky as heck when it first came out. God, the bugs remained for a long time afterwards as well. It was just a complete failure. And again, a comment and a sentiment that's always repeated, and I think is one of the top comments on this video, is the fact that don't pre-order this game, because we know what's happened before. They've got a little bit cocky. A lot of people have pre-ordered it out of excitement and then been mega disappointed when the game comes out with bugs, with lack of features and stuff like that. So don't get too hyped up, just chill a little bit, I'm hoping this is one of these games that they don't overpromise, they sort of underpromise but overdeliver. I hope that's the sort of thing that's going to be happening with Battlefield 6. Obviously, vehicle platoon systems, improved vehicle gameplay, with concerns that current playtest footage shows underwhelming vehicle mechanics. Request to bring back platoons for better squad organization. Obviously, leaked details show a release date of October 10th. October, nice, 2025, with an open beta in August. Next month, though EA's not officially confirmed this. Fans are divided on EA's ambitious goal of attracting 100 million players, with some DICE developers reportedly doubting its feasibility. Let's take a look at some of the top comments, right, obviously, on the video trailer. So, Dark Zero says, remember, no pre-orders. The medics ignoring the down guy was the most realistic part. Please be like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Cannot echo that sentiment more. Let's be more Battlefield 3. Well, Battlefield 3 and 4 were awesome. Games not banding together is the issue. People say no pre-orders, then some annoying person says, I'll do what I want. Then when they get your money early, release a half-done game and take too long to fix it, the I'll do what I want people are the first to cry and complain, and the cycle continues. If you want devs to actually value your money and make a game worth $79.99, make them earn it by actually releasing a game worth $79.99. We've not even touched on the price of this game, what the potential price could be, so maybe for another video, I guess. I guess we'll see next week with the multiplayer reveal. Mua basically says, no clown skins, let's keep it grounded, DICE, please. Let's keep it grounded, DICE. No clown skins and cartoon skins, and although I would not complain. I mean, I do kind of like the skins in Wars, I'm not gonna lie. Some are a little bit outlandish, I get that, but if I could play the Terminator, the T-1000 even, on Battlefield, that would be kind of cool. Let me know if you agree. Just don't make them super outlandish, big furry cats and stuff, alright? How many crashing helicopters do you want, EA? Yes. Unlimited. DICE has an opportunity to do something great here. Don't mess this up. Reveal trailers used to get people hyped back when games were actually good. Now people want to see uncut gameplay so they don't get hoodwinked. Pray that they remember to add multiplayer scoreboards this time. Yes, please. No absurd skins, no maniac movement. Please, DICE, just give us the Battlefield 3-4 experience. DICE, we are begging you. Keep this game as grounded, realistic military shooter like Battlefield 1, Battlefield Bad Company 2, 3, and 4. The music playing is Bob Dylan, Masters of War, if anyone's wondering. Please don't hurt me again. Please, I bring back the legendary franchise back to the top. We just want pure Battlefield experience. You can just tell how much the community is basically crying out for the original Battlefield experience, where there's a lot of guns, a lot of destruction, a lot of fun, a lot of the classic modes. We don't want them to change that formula up too much. We don't want them to pander to certain community members, different communities and stuff like that. You know what we're talking about here. Although that, the inclusion of stuff like that is all right, but just let's not make that the focus of the game. Let's bring Battlefield back. Let's go back to the roots and have a blast doing it. I really hope they get this right. Again, a couple of personal things that I want: increased destruction, not just Levolution events. I want night and day map modes. I want to be able to fight in night. I want to have equipment that takes advantage of night style combat, night vision goggles, all that good stuff. I want a bunch of guns. I want weapon attachments, weapon customization, good weapon customization. Look at Call of Duty, look at Escape from Tarkov as an example of that. But don't make it more user friendly. Obviously, I want different environments, weather environments, rain, storms, great, cloudiness, sunny skies. Just want a really good, environment, sort of weather, night and day cycle, that's dynamic, that changes, and obviously a bunch of destruction, a bunch of great vehicles, a bunch of great aircraft. I really think they know what we want. They know where they went wrong, and I'm hoping. It's been a while since Battlefield 2042 came out, and I'm hoping they've learned their lesson. Obviously, the community is making it extremely clear what we want. Top comments are all the same. Bring Battlefield 3-4 back. Bring destruction back. No craziness. Just bring back Battlefield. The Battlefield we know and love. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I will be reading them all. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want more Battlefield content. We'll be covering the multiplayer reveal, which is going to be very revealing next week. So I'll see you then. I love you. I appreciate you. Check the links in the description for some really cool money off deals, probiotics, best TV that I have in my office that I recommend, and a bunch of really cool techie stuff. All right, just check out, give it a gander, and obviously it really helps out. Anyways, peace out. I'm Blaze2K, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Let's go.